Hi everyone. I'm going to show you as quickly as I can, and apology about this, it's my first video I've done so it might not be brilliant, how you can route audio in such a way in Maschine so that it mimics a sidechain effect. This is quite a simple thing to do normally, but I'm going to show you how you can do it so that if you have a syncopated kick drum, the sidechain effect will match the syncopated kick drum rather than a straight 4/4 loop, which is what you tend to get as the default one from LFOTool. Okay, I'll just quickly show you what I've got. I've got a simple drum loop and a pad. Okay, so what I'm going to do first of all is on group H I've got the first pad number 1, I've set it to internal, so the internal source is set to input, I should say, not internal, which you can do from the MIDI controller, machine controller, or you can do it straight from here, set it to input. And then what I'm going to do is on the same module, has to be module number 1, not number 2, because it won't work. The syncopated sidechain effect, I should say, needs to be on number 1. What I'm going to do is I'm going to browse to plugin FX. I'm going to browse down to LFOTool. I'm going to load it up. I'm going to come out of that. I'm going to load up LFOTool on here. And now I'm going to go back to my pad sound. I'm going to select sound number 1, and I'm going to route the output to H, LFOTool. So can you see that's changed to LFOTool there? Okay. Now, when I go to group H, when I press play, nothing will have happened because I've not set the sidechain. So I'm going to quickly load up presets. I'm going to go down to Sidechain. I'm going to select number 5. Okay, so that's your straightforward syncopated, not unsyncopated, that's a 4/4 pump kind of sound that's quite common. Now, what we need to do to get the syncopated to the drum kit, first of all, this needs to be the latest version of LFOTool that Steve today just released on X4 Records, and it's I think it's the 1.0.3 beta update. The reason is that he's added this note gate MIDI mode, which you can see at the bottom for the LFO to stop on MIDI note offs from notes 48 up and up. Otherwise, what will happen is that the syncopated effect will be lost because LFOTool will just cycle round to the 4/4 beat that you can see here. So we need that on. We also need note retrigger on, because what we're going to do is we're going to go to boundary kit, which I've got as the first one, my drum kit, and what I want to do is I want to select the events, all the events from my kick drum, and then I'm going to use the pad controller to do this. I'm going to shift and copy, and I'm going to drop them into LFOTool's input. So what's happening now is the MIDI notes from the drum kit are triggering the LFOTool's dip. If you can see the dip here. Now the other thing that needs to work for this to be on, sorry about that, is the leftmost volume needs to be at 100%, because when the MIDI note off message is sent, basically the LFOTool's envelope just jumps back to the beginning. So if this is down here, the volume will be lower as well. So what should happen now, The other thing that we need to do is make sure that it's on a note that is longer, that it's higher. So it's my cat that keeps coming in. My little boy's asleep in the other room, so I'm trying to be quiet. We need to go into keyboard mode, and what I need to do is I need to make sure that this MIDI pattern that I've taken from the drum kit is high enough. So I just do it all the way to the top, as long as it's over note 58, as long as it's over MIDI note 48 note, you see, because that's how it reads it. So now, if I switch off keyboard mode, if I switch off LFOTool first, and then you can hear the syncopated effect coming in. So that's the pad without any syncopated. So can you see the envelope? It's refreshing all the time. Now those clicks are because I might need to expand the MIDI note a little bit. Yeah. So what happened there was I expanded the MIDI note because the note off was happening too soon, so it was only the envelope was only kind of reaching about there before it got back to the beginning, so you could hear those clicks. So basically, if you expand the MIDI note out a little longer so that it matches, goes over there, and it kind of matches up. It's not perfect, but it's a good workaround. And I think it's a nice stopgap. LFOTool is only 20 quid or something. And Steve's support, I don't mind saying, is absolutely fantastic. It's outstanding. It's definitely the best support I've had from a developer, from any developer at all. Straight away, he just kind of he replies to your posts. He gives you lots of good advice. It's friendly. So yeah, definitely don't mind supporting him. So it's a good stopgap until sidechain, proper sidechains implemented in Maschine. Hope that's been useful. Sorry about my cat, and happy sidechaining.